Your secretary?
That's right, in person.
And, that's what she brought back?
Yes. And for $20, that doesn't look like it's worth a dime. You know, I'll bet that's some kind of a racket. That pawn shop probably scatters those tickets all over the street just for gullible women like you to pick up. $20, a fine thing. I'm going to report this to the Better Business Bureau and the police.
Oh, no, I wouldn't.
Yes, but they investigate these swindles.
Oh, but darling, it isn't worth going to all that trouble. Besides, I wouldn't
Yes, but Jane, something really ought to be done about things like this.
Darling, it isn't really so bad. It might be worth $20. It has a silk lining.
Yes.
It just doesn't look good on me.
Well, I'm so sorry that you were let down, though.
It's all right, darling. I was just hoping that it would be something pretty that I could wear some evening when we were out.
Yes, we haven't had many nights out together lately, have we? You've had to spend too many of them alone. It's been bothering me, Jane. I wouldn't want to make you unhappy.
Then you do care?
Care?
I mean, about my being alone.
Oh, Jane. Listen, I'll tell you what, let's do. Friday night, how about you and I going out together, huh? Dine and dance. We can get acquainted all over again. What do you say?
Oh, darling, I'd love it. If I can count on it.
You can count on it. It'll be just like before we were married, asking you for a date. Are you free Friday evening?
Friday? Well, I think it might be arranged.
Come in.
Dinner's ready.
Thank you, Melbourne. Here. Merry Christmas. Madam? You can have it.
No, thank you.
Miss Blake said to ask you how the weather is on the coast.
Tell Miss Blake the coast is still not clear. Wet and windy.
Okay.
Now, look, I've given you Unamic roofing throughout. With these specifications, me down, Barney.
Listen, Ken, I do want to give you a break. Suppose I slip you one of the larger buildings.
Nope. Nope, I've got to have them all.
You're a stubborn cuss, but I like you. Well, I don't know. I'll just have to do some checking up.
Well, how about meeting me for lunch? That give you time?
Okay. Why don't you have dinner with me?
Mm-hmm.
You know that nightclub on 53rd Street I designed?
Yeah?
Well, it's opening tonight, and I guess I ought to throw a little party, okay?
Oh, that'll be fine. Be all right if I bring the wife along, won't it?
Well, let's not make it that kind of a party, eh? It's not that kind of a place. We can have fun.
Well,
Well, I can't blame you for not wanting. Tell him you've got to work. You know, secretaries sometimes do work at night.
Oh, but really, I can't. It's a date that just can't be broken.
Important things in your life, huh?
You might call it that. You're not angry, are you?
Of course I am, but I'll get over it. That'll be all for now.
Hello, working girl. Say, where's your pick and shovel?
Hello, Blanche. Come on in and talk to me, huh?
Say, tell me about the man you're working for. Is he,
Dexter?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he's too charming for words.
just for words?
Well, so far.
Dangerous but passable, eh?
Oh, you'd like him, Blanche.
Why, of course. He's a man.
Melbourne!
So you're discovering what you've got as a secretary that you didn't have as a wife, is that it?
If Dexter's any can, then I'm discovering a lot of things. Melbourne?
I'm sure you are. But while you're discovering what secretaries have that wives haven't, better beware, or you'll be finding out what attractions other husbands have that yours hasn't.
Well, don't worry about that.
Well, that's quite a field of research, too, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Melbourne, did you lay out my things?
Yes.
The guy with the red sash?
No.
Did my new hat get here?
Yes,
Say,
sir.
what's all...
No?
No.
Why, I'm actually going out with my own husband.
Oh, but sensational.
Is you going out with Mr. Ken?
Well, yes, why?
Well, he was here about an hour ago and changed his clothes and went away.
He can't make it tonight. A most important business conference.
Well, what's so bad about that? You can go out tomorrow night instead.
But it isn't that, Blanche. This was important. Oh, why do I go on pretending? Lying to myself. Saying it's only a passing flirtation. When I know I'm only telling myself the things I want to believe.
Well, that's marriage. If you're happy, there's nothing better. If you're unhappy, there's nothing worse. I know how you feel. But I still say, what are you going to do about it?
I've got it.
And now what?
Hello. Will you ring Mr. Bernard Dexter, please? Thank you.
I wish you'd get your mind off that contract. Don't you realize it's after business hours?
Have another drink.
Well, I've had 3. Why don't you... Oh, come on, let's dance. I've never seen you in such a mood.
Well,
Ken, I... You gonna stick up for me?
I want you to meet the second most...
Well, that's a fine thing.
No, I mean the most competent, the most beautiful...
The 2 most charming and most beautiful secretaries in the world. Barney, this is Jane, this is...
Kitty.
And this is Ken.
When we're not in the office, I call him Kenny Winnie.
Waiter,
Yes, sir.
L'Ensemble 28. And put some extra bottles on ice, 3 or 4 of them.
Yes, sir.
You might try the other end.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice perfume, Kitty.
Shall we dance?
Oh, let's wait for the wine.
It's a beautiful place, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
Dynamic roofing, I suppose?
Yes?
Yes, that's just what I thought. Miss Fraser, please remember that. Dynamic roofing throughout. Type 3XB2. Cross texture. I'd be completely lost without my office help.
You'll be lost if you keep that up, Mr. Norton. This is supposed to be a party.